Hey everybody, it's Christine up today with a new layout using the Flavors of the Month kit from the ScrapRoom. And one of the points of today is to show you that just because it is a Valentine's themed set, it doesn't have to be a Valentine's or romantic themed layout. So I'm going to be working with the Jumpstart sketch, and I am going to be doing a layout about my son and one of our dogs. Totally nothing to do with Valentine's Day. So the reason I picked these pictures specifically is the colors in them worked with the collection. And so I ran with that, and I'm still going to use, it's going to still have kind of that Valentine's feel to it, without being romantic. So you can see I'm cutting into the wood grain paper, I'm cutting into the buffalo plaid paper, and I'm cutting into this red paper, and I'm going to mount those all on there to build my base. So this sketch has a very vertical feel to it for the base part, and so adding those wood grains to the outside border, those are about 3 inches wide, and then I'm going to create the middle, and I'm going to have one pattern in the middle and then the same pattern on the outside. So I've got the reds there on the outside, primarily because they're less busy. And so the buffalo plaid is going to go in the middle. It's going to be one strip that is busy, alongside the other patterns that are not as busy. For a layout like this, where I'm using multiple patterned papers for my base, I do like to use an extra sheet of cardstock underneath to build it, rather than use up all of one of the patterns. And so you can see I built it onto a piece of black cardstock. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my pictures. Funny thing, this dog, always has kind of psycho looking eyes in pictures. She really has the prettiest eyes. They're blue. And so if you're looking at it going, wow, psycho dog. She doesn't look psycho in person. At least I don't think so. She's just got those pretty Australian Shepherd light blue eyes that are cool. So continuing on, I'm going to use some more of the black cardstock, and I'm going to cut a circle as called for in the background of the layout on this sketch. So I cut about a 7-inch circle, and I am going to go ahead and I will be tucking that behind my photos. So right now I'm just playing with really what I would call the second layer of the sketch. Okay, you've got the base with the vertical background, and now you're building in the circle, the horizontal stripe, the pictures. I'm going to go ahead and map my pictures with some white cardstock so that they will pop nicely against that black circle. And then I will continue to play and kind of see where things land. So a trickier part of this with the very dark bold colors is working in some lighter colors and keeping a good balance. And I'm always kind of cracking up at myself when I watch these videos, because I see how much I tap my fingers. And that's not something you realize you do, but I just did it a minute ago there, and you would be amazed how much I actually cut out me just sitting there tapping my fingers looking at the layout. So anyways, carrying on, you can see I'm just trying to make sure things are on there straight at this point. You can also pick up on what I said. It kind of has a Valentine's feel to it in the colors and stuff, but it's not like, oh, that's definitely Valentine's Day. It also kind of has like a woodsy cabin kind of feel to it as well. And, I love collections like that, because I don't necessarily want a Valentine's collection that is like over the top Valentine's couple focused. That can only go so far in my mix. And so this is one of those that worked, relatively easily to translate accordingly. So I'm adding my pictures then onto that black circle. So just a tiny bit of that circle is going to pop out from behind. And then I will mount those onto that white pattern paper strip that I've got going across the center there. Now on this sketch, it calls for kind of tags underneath the pictures, and the pictures to be spread out a little bit more. For whatever reason, I just haven't done that on this any time that I've done it. It just didn't really fit my design aesthetic, and so I just kind of ignored that and put my pictures together. That, again, as I say often, is the beauty of a sketch. Work with what works for you and eliminate what doesn't. You do not have to do everything that is on that sketch, for sure. So, continuing on, now for my title, I am going to use So Sweet. And add that onto the center there. And then I'm going to just kind of drizzle, as you can see, some confetti looking stickers around that, as well as up above, to just add some simple embellishing. And this is actually really a very, very simple layout, even though it took a while for it to come together. Not a lot to it, just a couple layers and some embellishing. So there you have it. Be sure to check out the Flavors of the Month kit over at the Scrap Room. It is almost a new month, and there will be a brand new set coming out.